Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today's video I'm talking about Luton drawing 1-1 in dramatic fashion against Nottingham Forest. Just wow. This club, it will continue to surprise me. It will continue to show me why you should never give up. Because the last 15 minutes, I didn't think we were going to get anything. I really didn't. We were, getting into, Nottingham Forest's half a bit. But I never thought we were going to get something because we weren't testing the keeper enough. We weren't doing enough. But like Nottingham Forest have proven all season, they struggle to defend from set pieces. And we get a goal from a corner. We did score from a corner in the first half. Unfortunately, it got ruled out for handball. I still think the handball rule has got to change because it's accidental. He hasn't meant to handball it. Like, he's not used his arm to score the goal. So that needs to be re-looked at because I just don't understand how, stuff like that, it just gets ruled out. Whereas defending against it, the rules are different. It needs to be looked at. I think I've said that more than on one occasion that it needs to be looked at. But to get something from this game against Forest, which we had to, if we want to stay up in the Premier League, we have to. Yes, we don't, decrease that gap between us and Forest, but it still keeps us in the conversation, and that's the most important thing, is to stay within the conversation. We may have the mentality of we may lose against Tottenham, we may lose against Man City, we may lose against Arsenal that are coming up. We may have that mentality, but until we actually know what the outcome is, we have to keep believing, we have to keep remaining positive. And we're still in that conversation, and until we're not in that conversation, that's when we can start talking about championship football for next season. But we're still in the conversation. The first half, for me, the first 15 minutes was really good. We were on top, we were up a gear, and ideally we probably should have scored in those opening 15 minutes. Ross Barkley had, he was on another level. I know he had a few opportunities outside the box, but you're hopeful that one of those goes in, and then you get yourself in the lead. I thought Pelly was absolutely outstanding in the first half, but then unfortunately, once Forest got into the game a little bit more, they became really dangerous. They had an opportunity that was cleared off the line by Reece Burke, which was fantastic defending, by the way. In this game we actually did show some great defending, but unfortunately we've been showing what we've been doing all season, and that's switching off, that's ball watching. After what Reece Burke did in clearing the ball off the line, he then ball watches for Nottingham Forest's goal. He's got Chris Wood just behind him, and he's got a tap in. We should be doing a lot better there. We need to be anticipating, these runs that are coming into the box. No player like Chris Wood, he's an old-fashioned, I like to call a striker. He isn't a modern-day striker. He's an old-fashioned one. He'll battle, he's direct, he likes it, he likes balls into the box. He does the ugly bit sometimes as well. He had a tap in. We can't give players like that a tap in, and he scored against us twice last time out. So just shows you that we haven't really learnt from Chris Wood and the way he likes to play, and being a little bit more tighter around him. I know Forest have got other, attacking players that can cause us all sorts of problems. Elanga, Gibbs-White, Hudson-Odoi as well. Skillful, pace. Players that are fantastic at dribbling with the ball, cause you all sorts of problems. I get that, but you can't allow someone who's having a fantastic season in Forest colours opportunities like we did. And unfortunately, we gave him a really good opportunity for a tap in there. But we responded, we carried on, we didn't let one become two or three. We kept in the game, which is the most important thing to do. Half time, Alfie had to come off. Hopefully that isn't too serious. In the second half, Pelly had to come off. I really hope our injuries don't go from 9 to 11, because we're just going to struggle. In fact, international break has come at a fantastic time for us. Ice baths for the next 12 days. I don't care how they do their recovery. Modern day stuff now. I'm all going out of focus here. Modern day stuff, just get him in ice baths. Don't really need too much on the training pitch. They are fit enough as it is, but they need to be protected at all costs. Hopefully one or two come back. I don't know if that's going to happen. I know Osho's not going to play for Nigeria. I know Tida Menji is going with England under 21s, which fantastic opportunity for him, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather he stay with us and just remain fit and don't play too many minutes. I hope he actually doesn't start. I know that's really selfish, but he will get opportunities in the future. He's got a good, career ahead of him, so I really hope he doesn't get injured while being on international break. I do apologise with the camera going out of focus, in and out. I'm in a hotel room with poor lighting. This is the best I can do. I'm literally at work, and yeah, I've had to go to my hotel, which is 20 minutes away, and that's why I missed 20 minutes of that second half. But yeah, last 15-20 minutes of the game, we didn't look like scoring, in my opinion. But then from a corner, Luke Berry on his 150th appearance for Luton. I love Berry. I've always loved him. He always, he shoots on sight. He's always there, in around it. You can argue and say he should have played a lot more minutes over the last, 5 or 10 games. But I just don't think Edwards likes him. I just don't think he's got a future at Luton under Rob Edwards. I just don't think we'll keep him for long term unless he's willing to be a squad player and he's willing to accept minutes like this. But if I'm being brutally honest with you, I see him playing for Charlton under Nathan Jones in the upcoming new season. I really do. But that's just my thoughts on that. But I do love him as a player. I love how hard working he is. I love how he just puts his body on the line. Everything about him I love. But yeah, international breaks come at the right time. We've got some tough games coming up, but Brentford's coming. That's you look at that and think we've got to get something from that game. You've got to win your own games. We haven't been doing that too much. You've got to be getting points against the teams around you in the Premier League. We haven't been doing that too much. We should be doing it a lot more, in my opinion. And obviously we know what could happen to Nottingham Forest soon. So point deductions, if that happens, I'm not too sure. I don't have any confidence with the Premier League about that. But yeah, it's a point. It's not a defeat. Unfortunately, the last 3 games we've only taken 2. I felt we needed to get at least 5, but it hasn't meant to be. Hopefully, going forward, with 1 or 2 players back, we can get a few more and hopefully try and stay up in the Premier League. But I feel a lot better than I did after the Bournemouth game, that's for sure. But yeah, onwards and upwards, fingers crossed we can do it. And yeah, I pray to God that more players return back from injury. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I do apologise with the camera going in and out of focus, and this is the best I can do. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.